live, hopefully. Hopefully that wasn't too loud just then. Did I put the announcement out? Publish. Close that out. How are we doing today, everybody? I am on a new PC. I used to have a laptop, and now I actually have an actual PC, courtesy of my uncle and my own money, of course. So if there's some audio issues, music's too loud, too quiet, I'm too loud, too quiet, if the bit rate's a little off, bear with me on that. YouTube is telling me that I do have a bit rate that's too low, but as long as it's sounding okay, I'll keep it for now. Hey Rumble, I'm doing good. How are you? No, Torvosaurus is not here. Ads to start it off. That's the way we like it, right? Nope, skip that. And that's gonna be way too loud, I already can tell. Yeah, that's probably still too loud. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. Oh. Well, that's not the right screen. Let's go to that one. There we go. Things off. Bear with, like I said, I got a new PC, so things are going to look a little wonky for the first few minutes here. Alright, let me know how that looks. Not only a new PC, I also got a second monitor, because I had a 1K monitor and I had my laptop. And then I don't have my laptop anymore, so I just had one monitor, and that was atrocious. So I also have a 1440 monitor now, so hopefully it looks good once it's loaded for everybody. But yeah, we're just gonna be chilling on the main game today. Yeah, things look right. If you remember before, I could not stream on here, but now, ultra quality, all ultra resolution. You guys are getting the full experience today. And we're just gonna be running around doing a couple free grows for people. Which reminds me, I should probably ping my excuse me, ping the moderators to let them know they can do that. Oh, my voice cannot be dying today. At mod team. Free to give grows as are requested. And I also got a new keyboard. Not too keen on it. It's nice. It's a Hyper. Hey Rar, how are you doing? I hear a dry over here. Smaxy, you can start doing grows to people that ask in stream. Oh, I see a player. Yep. Watch this be Smaxy or something. Hey, buddy. Oh, and there's a baby. You know, I do need food and water. I am quite hungry. It's not you? Well, somebody's about to get eaten. I like how the adults just like, whatever, take them. Where'd it go? Where'd that little fetus go? I know I've seen some people ask about the night vision being, is that the footprints? Being automatic, but you notice if it was automatic, I couldn't use it right now like I am. There he is. Come here, buddy. Well. That's one way to start. Gives me time to look at the chat at least. Tiredness asks, when we hit the 250k prep for console, that's for a Kickstarter, which is live. Check in the description. I think I linked it there. It'll be over at the end of the month, but we're aiming for, I think it's 50,000 pounds, about 67,000 USD. But yeah, that'll really help us out, so go check a look at that. But they're asking, one of our milestones, if we get to 250, we will start our console support. I think you'd have to ask Islander to be sure. It's kind of just, it's going to go in order. It wouldn't be, you know, we have 250, oh, that automatically means we're going to console support. You know, we'll still do that other stuff first. Nutrients do go to 100, does go to 100% when you log and save log. Who said that? Meadow? To mark that down then. Are any NA servers available? Not at the moment. We're currently trying to get as many people on a single server as possible because it makes it much easier to survive as an Eokar. Are you adding the Dino? Not the Dino, Perusaurus, which once I'm done on here for an hour or so, if we wait till the end of the stream, we'll do a little bit of Peru. I've been implementing it slowly. It has its very, very basic. The screen's right here, Islander. I fixed it then. It's still loading. It has the very basic stuff, I guess. It's hard to describe. Like, it has its stats. It has some settings set up. It takes me about a day or two to get that set up, but now I'm gonna need to still do the animations and sounds and stuff, implement some of the abilities. So we might implement the bite and get the sounds or the animation set up a little bit better later on. Islander, you're the streamer person. How does it look since I'm on a new PC and this is the first time I'm doing it here? I kind of want to die off and just go Arano. I like the herbivores better. There's no sound from the game besides the music, no footstep or anything. Oh, I should mute the music is what I should do. Because Stream has its own music set up. And just let the game do all that stuff on its own. Thank you for mentioning that. We're gonna go blue. All blue. That blue? Nah, that blue. Blue Rhino. Spawn. Spawn of a lifetime. It's on 1080p, so it looks alright. Should stream in 2K next. I can try doing that, yeah. Because I'm on a 2K monitor, so I could. Is it the full FPS and everything? Is it set to 30 or 60? You need to wipe your account. I'm assuming you're safe. If you make a ticket in our Discord, one of our moderators can help you then. You don't think my OBS is set up? Did that work? Could you hear that? How about that? Can you hear things better now? Again, I do apologize. New PC, so the settings aren't going to be perfect today. Very low. All right, one moment. All right, I'm back. Oh, well, this is fun. Hey, y'all remember when we said herbivores aren't aggressive? Yeah, fun fact, we never said that. Come back here, you. So I keep looking over at OBS to make sure my sounds are actually still working. And I'm not going to be able to find you because it is murky in here. That's fine. I'm a peaceful player. The growth event is going on then. Hopefully there's an admin in here, or I can start doing some grows. Bunch of angry Aranos. Is it? No, this isn't the new build. Okay. There's a big one over there. New build will have the horsetails hopefully fixed. You've been growing people, Smaxy? Good. Ah, a berry bush. Give a lot of food, no, not much nutrients though. Will next patch be fixing some bugs and stuff? Yes. It fixes quite a few little bugs here and there, and there's a few new things added. Can probably go open it up then at some point. The change log. Well, dinosaurs have special abilities, yes. So everything has its primary attack, which is a quick attack, no stamina, just it's there when you need it. Usually light damage, light bleed, depending on the species. And then you have your directional attack, so if you hold Alt and do left mouse button, depending on where you're facing, within a 45-degree radius, you'll hit them. And then of course there's right mouse button. So on Arano, the normal right mouse button will be a shove ability, but for right now you can either do Alt RMB or you can just do RMB and that'll do a shank. Now for Eocar, its special abilities, it has the bite and a directional attack, but it also has a triple bite, which is quite interesting. So you have 3 chances to hit with that. And each one does about a third of the damage a normal bite does, but it does about the same amount of bleed. So you can do about the same amount of damage as a bite as an Eocar, but you'll do about 3 times the bleed, which is really nice. And then it'll have its grab and other ability. Suffocation, that's the word. How big is the map going to be? I believe it is a 7 by 7 kilometer map, 49 square kilometers. There are a lot of people around here, little do they know. It's a grow event, so I can do that. Furious, what are your thoughts on Magna Poli as a playable? Stand a chance against Rexed. Hopefully it's not a leg break to win situation. I think it'll stand a chance. I mean, I heed all the balance and abilities with Islander support and help, of course. But I'm fairly confident it'll stand a chance. It weighs a ton or two more. It won't do as much damage, but I mean, it's some of its attacks. You know, it has a stomp attack. It got like that front kick attack. I think it does. Don't quote me on that one, actually. I think it'll stand a chance. How will the territory system work? We haven't entirely dove into it just quite yet. The main premises is you'll kind of pick out a location. So say I wanted to set up a territory here. So maybe from that big tree to that big tree, all the way up through here, like a kind of a big long one. So I would go mark each of these trees, either through scratches or some other form of marking. And then that area will be your territory, and within that territory, you know, you and your group mates will receive buffs and perks and stuff, and it'll really help out with nesting as well. There is swim. Oh, I think there is still a bug of walking the rib floor. Hold on, let's turn this tank around. Might speed up the turning just a little bit. I know there were some complaints about the turning, and I don't know if it was the turn in place, because this is a little bit slow, admittedly. I kind of like it, but it is a little slow. But when it comes to like the running and walking, like normal turn radius, like this thing turns. It's not the fastest turner, but I mean it still turns. I mean you can navigate yourself through here and everything. Like it's not like it's impossible to use and play with. But keep in mind it's a 3.5 ton herbivore. It's never gonna turn as quick as the Eocar turns. Is Mipe coming to the game one day? Yes, it's on our roster list. Have you guys decided what anti-cheat you're going to be using yet? Not yet. I know we've looked at a couple, but we haven't decided on one just yet. Luckily, the player base is still a little small, so we don't have to worry too much about that because we have our wonderful admins and moderators who can keep track of that stuff for us. They're eventually going to be NA servers. Or AU servers, sorry. I think so. I think we'll want to do like an NA and EU. Um, Riot still has admin commands. That's funny. NA, AU, maybe a South American one, definitely European one. We'll have to see. But yeah, somebody mentioned the walking on the floor. I think there's a little bug with the rivers right now. Not all of them, but some of them, where you can walk on the bottom. It's just the water collision isn't quite fully set up yet. Precise turning was what they referred to. Yeah, it's a little slow. I can look into speeding it up. The issue with speeding it up is then the animation has to get sped up or changed, and that sometimes can take a while or look a little wonky. How will sparring work? Like the aisle? Um, we that's another thing we haven't really looked into too much yet because we don't have a sparring species yet in the game. Is this Void? Or is it Lisa? Ah, it's Void, okay. We don't have a sparring species in the game yet. Chasmosaurus will probably be the first one. How that looks, I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, the Isle has a decent system set up for it. There are a few other games, I can't think of them off the top of my head. I know there's a game that I was looking at that has a sparring type system. Maybe it was Wolf Quest with their grab ability I was thinking of. Um, that I've looked into. But I'll definitely be looking at that. Will there be full controller support as movement only at the moment? Um, Probably. I know we want to look into consoles eventually, but controller support even on a PC is definitely something we should probably be looking into. There was I was watching another YouTuber's video who asked about it was either controller support or a gamepad or something like that I wanted to look into then as well. Curious, you and the team are cooking with this game. I'll have to pass the kind words along. I know we talk about cooking a lot in our dev Discord. I think it was Air, our level designer, just sent. He always is sending the frying pan with the egg inside it emoji to all of us. Is there an estimated release for Peru? No. Currently, it only has like 3 or 4 animations that we're going to be implementing later, possibly. But it is not quite there for the public to use. I find it difficult to add Titanoboa to the game. How do you guys plan on implementing it to EOE? Um, do you mean mechanic-wise or animation-wise? Because both of those will have vastly different answers. But the overall is we're just going to take our time, look at what others have done. Um, I've seen some really cool tutorials and videos of people that have done like centipedes and stuff, and I think that's something similar. And I know other games have done snakes and stuff, so we'll look at what they've done, kind of look at what our own thoughts are, and put that together and implement as we see fit. We need Therizino and the Terror Bird. I know there is a Enigmasaurus on the roster. It's like a smaller Therizinosaurus. It's not your full-grown one, but it's going to be a fun playable actually Enigmasaurus because it packs a punch for its size. I think it's one of the highest damage to weight ratios species that I've balanced out yet so far. It's like a 20% ratio, which is really, really high for this game. Damage to weight ratios for this game is quite small. It's like between 10 to 20%, and what that means is if you have a 10% damage to weight ratio, sorry, you'll take, no, it might be 5 to 10%. I think it's 5 to 10%. Now I gotta go check the actual value. Scroll. It is a 4 to 10%. Okay, close enough. 5 to 10, 4 to 10. 4 to 10% ratio. And what that means is if the species has a 4% ratio damage to weight, they'll take 25 bites to kill something of the exact same species at the same weight. If it is a 10% ratio, it'll take 10 bites to kill something of the same weight. And so Enigmasaurus has a 20%, so it'll only take like 5, and I say bites, it could be, a claw attack or something. It'll take 5 of those to kill it. Islander, thank you for all of the Extinction gift memberships. How many did you get? 10. Win Islander. Hold on, what was that? What are your thoughts on the idea of having babies be able to latch onto parents and guardians for traveling and safety purposes? I know I really want them to go inside the parents' mouths for Peru. I actually purposely scaled Peru hatchlings and juveniles to be able to fit within the mouth of an adult Peru. What inspired you to create this beautiful dinosaur game? I'm not the one who came up with it, so I can't really answer that. I know Islander just really wanted, this is kind of the game he's always wanted, he's told me. A dinosaur survival game set in like a tribal era time period. I mean, for me, I come from Ark, the Isle. I've loved dinosaurs as a kid. In second grade, my answer to what do you want to be when you grow up was a paleontologist. So, I mean, that's kind of where I come from and why I wanted to work on this game is I really like dinosaurs and I really enjoy coding and, balancing all that fun stuff. I know a lot of people get intimidated by the numbers. They're my favorite thing to do. Um, Another fatal error. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder, I should put up the GeForce thing that tells you like what your GPU and CPU and all that stuff is. Because I usually never fatal error, and I've been wondering if it has to do with just your overall computer specs. I mean, I have a decent computer now, but still. And I know, oh, did the server crash? Is that what it was actually? Pending connection failure. Islander, what did you, oh, he did send me a, did he? No. No, that isn't a ping, that's somebody else. Okay. Oh, there it goes, okay. Be funny if the server had crashed. And I'm back here. Oh well. If tribals can place structures, will be put in place to prevent future maps, especially officials, from being littered with structures like on Ark, causing lag and untraversable areas? An excellent question. Funny enough, I was actually just playing Ark the other day, and I was thinking about that. And then I remembered, so we have two different maps. One of them is for tribals and one is for dinosaurs. The dinosaurs shouldn't have to worry about it too much because tribal players cannot place structures except for like small tents and campfires on the dinosaur island. Now on the tribal island, I think the solution we came up with was that you need to sacrifice players, either tribals or dinosaurs, resources and stuff to please the gods in the game. There's some lore reasons for that the Islander might share at some point. And each year structures that you place will require a certain amount of blood and stuff to maintain, and that's like a every minute or so. So it's really just kind of like a soft limit, but there might have some hard limits in place as well. Yes, the next it got eerily quiet in here. I don't like it. Next patch will be in the next couple days. There are a couple little issues with the current one. Let me see if I can grab that image that Islander shared. We had a lengthy chat in Coder Corner today about weather. Good times, Islander, right? weather is getting some changes. It'll rain a lot less now. Rain was definitely one of the biggest complaints that we've been seeing. And the reason was UDS has it set up to be yeah, I can drag that over. This is one of the issues. So swimming was slanted and stuff, so that couldn't go over. What was the other one? I don't think you shared it, but there was another issue then. Night vision time. That was the other thing, the big complaint. Rain and night vision, and the turning. Those are the big three ones that I saw related to the dinosaurs and stuff. I look at the tribal stuff, but because I don't work on it, I'm less concerned about it, so I don't really look at it as much. Some of the obvious things I do see, Eocars were one-shotting tribals the other day. Gosh, I forget what the solution for that was, but we did fix that then. Oh, it's because I'm by the Cove. The Cove always has fatal errors, always has. But anyways, night vision was one of the other complaints, and it's gotten quite a few patches already since the very first release, way back when, but also since the tech demo released on December 31st. We've increased the range by about 5 meters. Brightness has been brought up. I think about 10% or so. The foggy outline has been reduced in brightness, and I think that was a big thing that was troubling people. Was the fog on the outside was very bright, and it felt like fog more so than just kind of like a cutoff and stuff. And it looks a little bit more pleasant to the eyes now that it's a little bit darker. And the other thing was when you were very small, not time of day, yeah, it was growth. When you were very small, where's the grass? It's straight ahead, good. You could not see your species at all, which was not an issue I had encountered on the test level that I work on because I don't have a lot of foliage there. So we brainstormed a little bit and came up with a very subtle line effect. Hopefully you can see that well on stream. I know some videos I've watched on YouTube, you can see it a little bit better than others. It's just a very subtle outline of your species and the plants around you, and that has really vastly helped, people have said, with being able to see your species when you're much smaller. Like imagine those lines weren't there. It was just pitch black before around your player. So that has really helped. And what else has helped, apologies to everybody, but you're getting overcast, was the cloud cover exposure was not quite properly set up yet, and that has been fixed since. So now, even though I'm in the canopy, night vision off, it's pitch black, there's full cloud cover, sorry, you still see just as well as you would with clear skies. And you might see the change ever so slightly, but I mean, yeah, you can see there's no clouds in the sky now, and it looks pretty much the same. So we've really have been working hard on that, getting the night vision to look decent. And of course the ranges. Everything got a 5-meter range boost. It really helps out traversing the map. I mean, I'm always for a smaller range, but I know it can be difficult to roam the map and stuff, so we've increased it. And I'm gonna get stuck. And I'm fully stuck. Well, oh, that thing like exploded when it died. Will there be seasons? Yes, I was just talking to Air about this the other day. Seasons are next on the horizon, so we were going to be doing our hygiene and diseases next. And with that, we need to have the seasons and stuff set up first, because that really plays a critical part not just the season, but the weather effect, the environmental tolerances. That's the words I'm looking for. The weather, the temperature, the seasons, all that has to affect um, the dinosaur and help with their hygiene, infection, diseases. And I'm going to pause right there. And thanks, Malgsy, very much for the $50 donation. Don't forget to pick up the Kickstarter gang. Yes, let's crush that goal, and I'll take my money. Yes, be sure to check out our Kickstarter. Every little bit helps. I think we're about 35% of the way there in just a week or so. It's going really strong so far. Um, but yeah, that's really going to help us out. It's going to let us get more developers. More people will be able to come on the team. More will be able to work more often. Stuff. Seriously, it will help out a ton. So please check it out. It's in the description. But like I was saying, the environmental tolerances, which will include the seasons, is coming up, and so there will be winter, spring, summer, fall, that kind of stuff. But then, uh, ooh, not that. Eh, eh, eh. Ooh, I like that one better. Um, and then it'll also be the dry and wet season. So it'll be in winter, it'll be very dry and cold. In summer, it'll be hot and wet. And then during the in betweens, the spring and fall, it'll be progressively warmer or colder depending on the season, of course. But it'll be, like kind of how it is now with a bit of rain and decent temperatures. I'm finding any decent combinations here, but we'll go with it. Will these dinosaurs be scientifically accurate? For the most part, I'd say, well, it depends on the species. Let's go with that for the first part, because Eocarcharia is now a chimera. It's not actually what it looks like anymore. So that one's like a 2% accuracy right there. But when we were making it, it was about um, I'd say 80% accurate, 20% creativity, and I think that's roughly what most of the species can be expected to be. Our Spinosaurus is a little bit more on the creative side. We like that Jurassic Park 3 style and stuff. It's a very angry Eocar. Um, so it has a little bit more of a muscular build. It's a little more. It's less of your tadpole Spino, but it does have that little bit of a thicker tail and all that kind of stuff. How many people are on the dev team right now? I believe in our Discord there's like 30, 35. Now how many are fully active and working is a little different. There's only a handful of us that are fully working on the. God damn it. Oh, I can't say that. Sorry, YouTube. Maybe I can say that. I don't know. I just work here. There's only a handful of us that actually are working on it, full time every day or so. But the rest of them are kind of contracted, so we have a couple of them that just kind of are here to do animations when we need them or model when we need them, sound here or there, art and that kind of stuff. I'd say the ones that are, working the most of the time is, uh, the level designer programming team because we're always having to constantly fixing the bugs and stuff. But of course, I know our animators are working tirelessly. I mean, some of our animators are working, several hours or a day or week or whatever. But then they also have other projects they are contracted, so it's tricky to tell how often they're working. And that the reason I say all that is because it's tricky to tell exactly how many are fully working on a team because of that. Will herbivores be able to migrate long distances like in real life? Yes, and this is also where the seasons and environmental tolerances and all that stuff comes into play. You will not be able to go from the desert to the snow-capped mountains in a very short period of time. Your dinosaur will get sick from that, similar to if you were going from. That's nice. Similar if you were going from Alaska down to Florida or something. You're gonna feel that sickness in you. Um, I know when I went to Florida the first time for a Disney trip, and I live way up in Pennsylvania, and it was November time I think we went. it was a little rough. And then the same thing going from hot summer Pennsylvania over to cooler summer in Washington State on the other side of the country, that felt a little wonky. So console release in the future, it's a possibly planned feature. I've noticed in here, for some reason, within like the bounding box of this structure, it does the old post process, which is really fun and weird. Please make this game realistic so I can make documentaries like The Isle. We're going for as much realism as possible, but we also have to remember that it is a game, so we have to have a little bit of fun involved in stuff. When will Tropio and Peru come? They're next on the list. They'll be coming maybe this year for Peru and Tropio. I'm not sure. It depends on how quickly and how well the Kickstarter goes, of course, on how quickly those guys come out. Here, you want to know a fun fact? The reason this is happening is there are waves here, but they don't actually look like there's waves here. It's funny. But this right here, that look right there, is the original bug that we had. Was it looked like that everywhere on the map. And Islander came to me and said, look at this. This looks cool. Can we make night vision look like that? And so I took that. We shrunk things down. Took away the blue because the blue just didn't quite fit really well. Went with a grayscale with a slight yellow-orange tint, and eventually came to this. So fun internal dev lore. That's where night vision originally came from, was the foggy effect of water. It is still really cool. I like it. I don't think we could use it for a full night vision because it's just a little too off. But maybe what we could do, because I like customization, what we could do is make it so you could customize your night vision's tint. Because that doesn't really affect things too much. I mean, within like range, like maybe you could have a green, a red, the gray like it is now, and a blue. That'd be kind of neat if you could let select the color night vision you want. Somebody should write that down because I actually really like that idea. Pesky did suggest that. Yeah, I watched Pesky's video the other day as well. I've been trying to watch as many of them as I can because I know there's some good feedback in the comments and stuff, and the YouTubers. It's always fun to watch them. The thing I laughed about, who was it? I think I watched Pesky's and Riot's back to back, and they both read out the description of the Eocar and the Rano and were like, "This is really cool. I like this," and it made me laugh because it was such a simple little thing that we added, and it was just funny to me. But yeah, I really do enjoy watching not just their videos, but anybody who's doing these EOE videos. I've been looking in the streams and videos channel, and they just pop up on my YouTube now. I enjoy watching them because it's a cool feeling watching somebody play a game that you've been working on. Now, granted, this is another thing we were talking about in our Discord and stuff. It's always a little difficult to play your own game because you see the bugs and issues and stuff. Like, I can hear that the sounds are not quite what they're supposed to be at sometimes. I know what slight issues or tweaks that need to be made. It's a little upsetting at times, but you got to push past that so you can enjoy the game. The baby pitter-patters of EO will always be a favorite to me. Yes. I should go to Hatchling Eocar then and show off the run. Were you there for when we were doing it? I think you were there when we did the run as a Hatchling Eocar. It's sped up like 3 or 4 times faster than it's supposed to be. Is Sorfagnax going to be added? I think that's not a species anymore, unfortunately, but it was originally added and we took it away because it's no longer a species. It was on the list as a tribal AI only, and that was back when we had AI and playable separate. But unfortunately it won't be here anymore. No glowing edges, night vision. Very migraine trigger at times. Even this, like, I purposely didn't make it super bright, or neon or anything like that. I kept a very subtle, darker look. I'm hoping it's okay for you guys that have some issues with that. Um, it's a really tricky thing to solve because this is the kind of night vision look that we're going for. So it'll be hard to not have that if you want to be able to see in darker areas. What do you think of this? During clear night skies are more bright, so you can travel around without night vision. Overcast and storm would be night vision times. Possibly, and I know this is always a very tricky conversation to have and decide on. You know, do we have bright nights? Do we have dark nights? Do we have night vision? Do we not have night vision? Which is why we actually did that poll the other day, the courtroom poll. Check out our Discord. We do courtroom discussion stuff. I set up a poll on Discord. You know, do you want night vision? Do you want dark nights or light nights? Do you want dehydration times be slower or longer? That kind of stuff. And it's really valuable to have the community input there. I think it was like a 65 to 35% wanted night vision over brighter nights. Now that said, I'm sure community servers will find a way around that and we'll have brighter nights. But for now, we're going to have these darker nights until we can figure out a way to, at the very least, make it so you can't just turn off your night vision and see farther away. That's the big thing. We want to have the limited vision. Not too limited, but limited enough that you can't entirely see everything. How long is a playtest available? Until the end of the month. Unless you're a Patreon supporter, then you'll have access to it afterwards for up until EA release, maybe? I'm not quite sure. Frias, you know how much I love the night vision. I don't. Oh, you know, I think were you the one that suggested having like the far night vision that would highlight creatures as they got closer? Because most animals sleep at night. Yeah, that's the other thing. Most animals sleep at night, but unfortunately, we're not the actual animal. We're the player, so we have to account for that. How will lore impact gameplay? Will there be events, mechanics added as the story progresses? I believe so. Oh my god. I believe so. Um, Gosh, I gotta go look through the logs then. Oh, and I forgot to. Somebody remind me to hit Alt R so I can put up my GeForce thing. I've got a. Dash, I lost my train of thought now. Will different dinos have different night vision? Yes. And when we switch over, let's say 4 o'clock, maybe 3:45. When I switch over to maybe we'll do it when our next fatal error occurs. When I switch over to the editor, I'll show you what the best and worst night vision would look like on a Tyrannosaurus, if you remind me. Oh, lore impacting stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I think there's events planned and stuff, but I'm not sure what they entirely are, and I'm not fully in the loop with the lore. I know Islander has like I don't know, dozens of pages of lore written up on everything. I can't remember exactly, but he knows all that. Are there any plans for humans to have night vision? I don't believe so. I think you're kind of just stuck with the torch. Actually, that's a wonderful thing I should switch to, the human. After I go Eokar and do the really quick pitter patters. Oh boy. How do you feel about Chaos and Care Bear when the game fully releases? I don't know what Care Bear is. I hope I'm not saying some Gen Alpha thing that's going to make me regret saying it, but KOS, I know that is Kill on Sight. It's really difficult to avoid, basically. I mean, smaller species, including smaller growths, give less food, but at the same time, you're never really going to be able to stop players from doing that. It is 5 a.m., so we've just got to run around for like 10 minutes in game or so, maybe less. Nights are 20 minutes long, days are 40 minutes. I hear you, other Eocar. Will this be on Steam? Yes, and you can go play it right now, actually. My game's failing more than normal. Yeah, oh, Alt-R. Give me yeah, that one. My GPU is at max, but it's always usually at max, and that's fine, but... Eh, bah humbug. I know I'm not showing my screen. I knew that. Care Bears are basically mixed packing adults protecting baby dinos not in their species. Okay, so that I can talk on. We do have an anxiety system in the works. That might come after the environmental tolerances, actually. Let me take a look at that. I have a list of the order that I'm doing stuff. Environmental tolerances, hygiene and self-care, disease and infection, nesting territories, evolution of gene variants. And what did you ask? Because of my goldfish memory? Anxiety system, right. Where would that fit in? I think that's going to have to come with right after the environmental tolerances, probably, actually. So that's like just around the corner. Because that, again, that comes in with the hygiene and self-care, and the disease and infection stuff. I have this stuff set up in a specific order purposely because of the way it affects other things, but... Alright, daytime. Oh, and we have... Oh, this is perfect for doing our pitter-patters. You guys, or how many dinos do you guys plan on having? I believe 52, plus the one for the Patreon supporters get to choose, and there's a Kickstarter reward if somebody takes it. I think it's like 5,000 pounds, but you get to design and add whatever dinosaur you want into the game, as long as it's not here already. But if it is here already, I think you get to just design and help figure out what it's going to do. Like if you were, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I don't want quoted on that. But I know there is one where you can pick a dinosaur, so it's going to end up being about 50 to 55 dinosaurs total, and other things. Since I know pterosaurs aren't a dinosaur, neither is Peru. All that stuff. Okay. So, Tino Eocar. He's quick. He's quick here too, but when he runs, he runs as a hatchling, and it's the best thing in the world. Oh, there's a... Oh, God. They just threw their spear at me and missed. Hey, guess what? That's right. Oh, wait, you guys don't have your spears. You can't do it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you guys still one-shots? I think they're still one-shots. Hold on. Come back. No, no, no. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Just one little nibble. That's all. One little nibble. Okay, you guys aren't one-shot anymore, at least. Well, that's good. That's an awkward angle. Let's Are you guys one-shots to my juvie? No, come here. Yeah, sorry, no Deinosuchus. We got Purosaurus. Will Allosaurus Annex be added into the game? I'm not sure if we're going to use Annex, but Allosaurus is there. Hey. this doesn't have the updated trace it. Oh! Well, that's a shame. Well, guess we're going tribal now. Oh, tribal. I'm so disappointed. The bowler cut's gone. They fixed it. Ooh, redwoods. Oh my god. What happened here? I mean, I'll go through every single one of their inventories to see if you got anything good, but dang. That's a... Furious is not in the redwoods, actually. He's in the Everglades. Do they have berries? I didn't see any... Wait a minute. Where'd my HUD go? Oh god. It's fine. Is there a YouTube... Oh, that's not the right chat. There is a YouTube channel. I'm streaming, actually. Aha! Pressing tab and closing it. Thank you, Islander. Alright, let's get some stuff. And then these hitboxes have been updated, which is nice. Things are a little bit easier now. Smog, what do you think of my night vision suggestion? If what can you do, or what tweaks can you do to make it work? If yours is the one that was the farther distance and outlines, I'm getting deja vu. I swear I just talked about this, but if it's the farther away and then it goes as you get closer, it's neat on paper, but I'm not sure how well it would work in the game. Is my biggest worry. I'd definitely like to see somebody try and mod it to work, to see if they could get it to work, but will humans be able to make guns to defend themselves against the 50+ dinosaurs? Nope. Best I can do is a spear, which I can throw now, I think. Is it? Yes! Can I collect it again? Haha. Oh wait, hold on. I've been told if I spam click, I can get more spears, but maybe it won't work. You gotta like throw it instantly and you gotta pick it up right away. Chica, I hope you're watching so you can see this live. Look at that, picked up 2 spears. I accept. Anyways. My bike seems a bit quiet, really. Odd. I'm looking and it goes up to about the yellow on my OBS, so. Will you guys add Giga at launch? Not at launch, no. Alright, crafting, so. And this is always the most fun for me, is playing the human. Because I don't ever work on the human. So I am lost usually, and it's like, what do I do? And then I find something new and I'm like, that's amazing. I can't believe we added this. Like being able to craft 12 things at once and only taking up one little item in your queue, that was incredible to me. Because usually it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, all in a row. Ooh, the geese hear something or see something, they're going off outside. Is there T-Rex in the game? Yes. Yes, there is. It is planned. So bow and arrows would make it like arc. Yeah, I think the closest thing you can think of when it comes to how far everything will go is like arc before tech was added. Like copper armor, I think is the highest, maybe brass armor or something like that. It's the highest it's gonna go. And then same with the tools and weapons, brass and copper weapons and tools. What's your favorite plants for human eating? Currently, I think there's only one, and it's the berries, the elderberries, so that would have to be it. But on the list of plants, I do like pumpkins. I love pumpkin pie, so hopefully we can make pumpkin pie in this game. There are also strawberries. Strawberries are very good. I know, like that's like a very basic fruit, I could say, but I love a good bowl of strawberries. Is it true we can play as a shark? Indeed. Corydox rhyni is its name. It's a 6 meter shark, maybe? Maybe a 7 meter. I don't know. I just said that. Whatever. It's a big shark. It's a little bit bigger than a great white, I think. What about venom? Will that be added? Yes, a few species have venom. All right, I can make a mask, and then I want, just fill up my entire queue because it's funny sometimes. I know I was just talking about how cool it is to craft a bunch of things at once, but I'm playing as a carny right now, and there's this coil on my right side that's slowly emptying. What am I supposed to do? So that is your nutrients bar. As a carnivore, now unfortunately the organs are a little buggy right now because of the grab ability being um, essentially giving you that input lock, or another one of the input locks that we've been trying to fix. You'll want to eat organs eventually, but you'll want to eat prey that looks nutritious. Now you can tell usually, especially when you get close, um, they will be. One moment. No spamming, thank you very much. Anyways, you can tell because they get a little bit shrunk and stuff. Was that somebody there? Is that an Urano? Oh no, it's an Eocar. Aha. Yoink. Eh, you're stuck. That was me once. I don't think we can ban people from streams. I know there's somebody, and it might be the same person, it might be different, that comes in spams. It's not appreciated. We don't, there's no reason for it. I'm not sure why it happens, but I can always mute them. That was you? Oh, this is you over here. That's a shame. I need a lot more string for my stuff. Hold on, I got an idea. Yes. God, I love a good exploit in a game. Maybe I shouldn't share this on stream, but it's just a tech demo. It's all for fun. It's all for fun. That's nice. Time to go. I am abusing the buck you found. Oh, there's chat XP. That's right, because you can get #1 and stuff, and like 2 and all that garbage. Hey. That was the weakest throw. Sorry. Wow. That was awful. Okay, how about that? Oh my god. I've got the forearms of a 2-year-old. Oh my god. This is not gonna work. Okay, how about that far? Okay, better. Right there. Dang it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And yeet. No. Where's my buttons? There it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're going really far. And completely missed. I can do it that far. Oh my god. You know what? Come here. You're not making any sounds. Not scary. Yeet. Have I even hit a single one? Oh my god. I shouldn't be allowed to play this game if I'm this bad. Hi, Void. You ready? 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 There you go. Here, show everybody this thingy sticking out of you. See, that's cool. That's what we like to see. Although now I wonder how many I can stick inside your little body. Oh, I can't pick that one up. Oh, this isn't... Is this Fox? Is it Islander? I'm never gonna know. Yeet. 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 Man, I'll tell you. If I was a tribal, I would probably die in real life. Well, down to our last two. Oh, alright, how many did we have when we got 2? 3! I accept that. It'd be cool if you could... Oh, that went all the way through? Ooh. That's not good. Anyways. I am going to swap over to... the editor. And we're going to do a little bit of Peru fun. You should have seen it, what it looked like when I first implemented it. It exploded. It exploded for sure. But it looks okay now. I mean, it has no animations, but... I have a few animations that we can add, though, today. We can go through that process. Alright. If I play... Well, that's probably not good, but we're gonna say it's fine. Look at him! He's a tiny little guy. But he's here. He breathes, he blinks, swims. Yes, Peru can grab prey and drown it. Oh, I gotta turn off the dryos. This guy turns very slowly, because I have no idea how fast it's gonna actually turn, but he's here. He just needs his animations now. He sees you. Blink. Yes! And he's very slow. Like, I'm running on land. You can see my stamina going down. Okay, that's it. No more dryos. Okay, but we have animations that we need to implement, so. My caps lock is on, of course. Brew. Brew underscore. What did I call it? Walk underscore BS? I try to keep everything the same. I know, BS underscore EOCar underscore forward. Okay. BS underscore. Okay, let's see. And bring that over here. Okay. It's, you pretend you didn't see that. It's a bunch of stats and stuff. It's fine. It's all gonna change to Peru. Poor Peru. I implemented it, tested how the speeds felt, and it got a nerf right away for its swim speed by like 50%. It hasn't even touched the public whatever you would call it, but and it's already nerfed. Now is this set up? Because these need to be set up exactly the same. So it's speed and then growth. Gotcha. Okay, and this thing can go when it's running up to 500 centimeters a second. Not bad. And do I have any? I should just keep this one open. Do I have any dampening and stuff? No. And then growth, of course, is 0 to 1, or is it 0 to, yeah, 0 to 1. Okay. So, and for those of you that remember that, this is, or work in the engine, you know, this is standard stuff, but we're dragging all our animations here, plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 idles, one for each growth stage. So 0, 0, 0, and then 15%, 0, 20, or 50%, sorry, 0, 0.8, and 0, and 1. What did I, oh, there. Now, how much will this game be when it's out? Between 20 to 30 USD, I believe. And somebody, Mad Ginger, it's a very interesting name. You can try the game right now, actually. It's if you go to our Steam page, which I think is in the description, you can click on the try play test, and you'll be able to play it right now for free. Will controller support be a thing? Yes, I think we're going to be looking into that then. Are you working the game constantly? Yeah, I think every day I put in. It depends. I mean, that's what the greatest thing about my job that I have here, and the contract I have set with up with Islander is I can work as much or as little as I want each day, as long as I'm working and I'm putting stuff forward, I'm getting paid. So there are some days um, where I want to go hang out with my family that day, or I got other things I need to do, so I don't work that day. There are other days I've worked 16 hours. I've woken up at 10 a.m. and I didn't go to bed until 1 in the morning or so, and I completely forgot to eat that day. But I think that's the one thing, if anybody's trying to look into this kind of job, is just set timers for yourselves, or always be wary of that. Make sure you're still going, being healthy, eating, sleeping, showering, all that healthy stuff. Now what I do for these guys is I always set the idle to be a little bit faster when it's younger, just because then, like, he's kind of moving his thingy around a little bit faster as a juvie versus an adult, and that just kind of makes it look like it's a little more out there. You have an ETA um, on when it will come out. We do not currently. The tech demo's out, but no idea when EA will be out. Will nutrients exist, or is food food? Yes, both of those. There are nutrients, but food is food. You can eat anything and you'll get nutrients from it. Hey Dre. Dree. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's see, walk. And I confirmed with Ek. This is the walk. It's not like a trot. Okay, let's see, walk speeds. 40. 0.15, 0.5, 0.8, and 1. Now, interestingly, with Peru, its swim speed gets higher as it grows, yes, but its run speed peaks as a juvenile and it gets slower. Its trot speed is best at subadult, and same with its walk speed. So it's actually a little bit faster as a subadult when just roaming around, but if you're running, you're best as a juvenile. And I'm curious how all these works. It's always fun taking my papers numbers I made on paper and stuff, and putting them in here and seeing how it looks. Save, okay. And then I need to go open up his animation blueprint to assign that blend space to him then. That's Hirano, Peru. Movement, forward. Yes, okay, so now he should at least move. Okay, so we got small issues, but it's okay. And he does have his root motion, so he's a little buggy there. And his turn doesn't work. Okay. This is fine. We can fix this. I do need to shrink that down a little. As humans, we'll be able to build. Yes, humans will be able to build structures and stuff. Your jaw is funny, buddy. And I don't know if it's because you're a juvenile or it's actually like that. I think it's just because it's a juvenile. It needs to go down a little bit more. And then, oh, the great fun of, I don't know that I can share this, so one moment. Remind me if it's not showing then, but I need to check what I did with our stride warp, which is a very new thing for me. Make sure that's all set up for the Peru and its legs. Okay, I'm missing 2 legs. That would cause some issues. Okay. I see. Hopefully if I just go okay. No. Okay, I see what Ek did. She was smart. She named the front legs, not front leg, she named them arms. She named the IK back feet and front feet, which is what I had asked, and then she just kept the arms as arms, so that helps. That probably doesn't make any sense to anybody here, but it does to me, and that's all that matters. Arm and arm underscore L. Okay, so shoulder, I guess, would be. And then shoulder underscore L. It's too quiet. Music. And then... this needs to be front foot R and front foot L. Okay. Okay, okay. Aha, and I remembered to share my screen again. How does your movement look, buddy? Okay, you're still awkward as a juvenile. He's so ugly. And you're still doing that. Do I have root motion? If I don't have root motion enabled, then it's gonna... No, I do. But there's some other settings I gotta set up, I know. Let him go. The EO cars. Good test. If I can type. Juvie does not have it, I don't think, so. I search root and I search. Root here. Aha. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see if it works now. Come on, walk. I mean, he's sliding, but that's expected right now because it's not the juvenile and I didn't suggest any speeds. Hey! He walks and he turns oh so slow. Oh, it's beautiful though. And then he does, yeah, he does that. But he walks. How does he run? Not very well. Here, for fun, we'll give him a fake run. Rate scale, 3. And let's go to 4 just to be safe. This is probably gonna look really bad, but it's fine. I don't know what I just did there. Oh, I hit that button. Full-size keyboard moments. That's new for me today. Or not today, yesterday I think I got it. Yes, and then his walk looks good. How do you look when you run, buddy? Beautiful. Oh, he's beautiful. His leg's a little screwed up on the right side. Yeah, his leg's really screwed up on the right side. Never mind. Hold on. Hidden screen. Sorry again. Oh, it's because I named it incorrectly. Spelling mistakes. You know, a spelling mistake is what entirely broke the nutrient system for Arano this last build. Hey, Minnie. Man, the animation work is great. I know. I did this in what, a day or two? I don't know. But he's a little. He's got a weird bite. He probably has a little lisp. As a juvenile, is my window open? There was a gust of wind in my bedroom just now. Whoops, not that size. No, that leg's still... Oh, now both legs are wonky. Hold on. Why are both legs wonky when one of them looked fine before? _L. Yep. Shoulder _L. Yes. I see what she did. No, it's a me thing. You all can hate me for that. Hey, let me see. If its feet don't work this time, I'm gonna be very surprised. Okay, good. There we go. Now his... Okay, stop turning. Now his eggs are better. It's still... I don't know if that's an AK thing or the animation, though. What does the animation look like? Okay, not that fast, buddy. It comes out a little bit, but not as much as it is there, so... But it's fine. I will fix it then. I don't want to keep hiding my screen and everything, because that's no fun. Next up, the aim system. And this is basically what how you get your head rotations and everything. So, and again, EOCAR for reference. Oh, that one has an AO, and the O is lowercase, but I can't change it because Unreal doesn't. Really stupid fun fact about Unreal. If you try to rename something and it's just a capitalization change, it won't change, and it just keeps it how it is. So I'm stuck with that AO unless I change the entire name, which I'm not going to do. Because Unreal should fix itself. Be correct. But down 90 is what I'm looking for. Which... is not possible for Peru. Like, okay, how does this guy look down? Like, that's my, like, look down is just going to be that. Look up, though. Underscore up 90. And I need to remember to hit key. I was doing the EOCAR and the Peru the other week with these, and I kept forgetting to hit this little keyframe up here, and it was driving me insane. Okay, so this is if you're looking up. Now, he doesn't have a ton of neck bones. I think we can raise him about that much or so, and this should be a little more. Now, I hope I'm not breaking anything by doing that. Like, realistically wise, I don't know if its skeleton could actually do that. I think it could. I hit key, Peru up. Okay, and now we can go to our lovely head aim soft set. Open a new window. Peru up 90. Those are not the right values. One moment. When in doubt, look at EOCAR. It's so nice being able to look back at this thing now. Like, look at the EOCAR and stuff to see exactly what I did. So I did negative 90, 90, 90. No, I have 90s there, so I want to do 90. Yeah, it's the same. So go negative 80 then. How about that? No, what? Why? Am I missing something? Whatever. Are we setting up procedural IK for them at one point? Yeah, eventually. I'm having X set up the IK bones at the very least, so I can set up stride warping, because that'll really help. We need full on AK then eventually. And Peru is 7 tons. And there's an AI I'll be able to show you hopefully by the end of the month. If not, the modeler will show you. There are tiny little fishes being made, and there'll be schools of those to be able to eat. Is it? It really shouldn't be if it is. I can do negative 900. Can't do negative 90. Now I can do it. Okay, so that's probably why it didn't want me to do that. There we go. So now if I look up, he'll look up. And if I do the down one, well, he will just look forward because he can't really look down. Is Tropio going to be able to take off from the water? Yes. Similar to kind of how the duck looks when it's trying to take off from the water is what we kind of want to do when you're sprinting and you're on the surface of the water. And if we don't hit the goal on our Kickstarter, we do not get the donations. We do not, unfortunately. It's an all or nothing type thing. Now for the really fun ones. And by fun ones, I mean these are the ones that make me want to die. Left 90. Alright, how are you going to look when you're turning your head? Slightly, we'll turn that one more. And I need to get this guy to turn 90 degrees with his head. A crocodile does not exactly turn 90 degrees. Like, if I want him to be 90 degrees, he's going to look like that. This is not going to work, so we're just going to have to be very careful about how much we stretch these bones here. I think that's about as far as we're going to get, though. Realistically speaking, like... Oh, that's cheek. I was supposed to say yes. But, yeah, of course he knows. The pitch is up and down. Yaws left and right. Yes. Which I have that backwards, don't I? Hold on, hold on. Now it's fixed. Pretend you didn't see that. No, I had that right. Yaw, pitch. I had that right. Made me doubt myself. Yaw, pitch. Yes. And they always, yes. There's a slight offset for them as well, because I've noticed players will tend to look slightly downwards at like a 15-degree angle when they're running around and walking, so it always looks like the dinosaur's looking down. So what I did is I just added a slight offset so you're always 15 degrees up, so that way when you're looking down and actually running around, because usually players when they're playing they're like this. They're not like this. This would be straight ahead. They're usually like this. So I just added a slight offset so that way when you're looking around at a normal angle, you're fine. That's the left one. Kit. Let me just take that. Duplicate it. Stupid caps lock. Still getting used to this keyboard. I like it. It's just takes a little bit to get used to. Right 90, and then we can just go in here. Hit these. Look for the blue, which is the no, not the blue. Oh God, what was it? What was it? Yaws. Yaws left and right. And then we do these, and if we just go negative, yes, it goes the opposite way. It should already be keyed there. Left 90. Right 90. And now if we go in, it's okay if I can't answer this, but if the purr is done during the tech demo will be added, that would be amazing. If it would be done, yes, but unfortunately I have 4 animations to work with, I think. And now you've got 20 days to get like 30 more. It's probably not going to happen, but maybe it could come along as a dev-only thing. He's so scrunchy as an adult. It's fine though. Juveniles get their own animation set. Yes, I can look around now. Hey! Makes this look a lot better. It's turning a little too slow though. Turn radius multiplier adult. Go with 0.5 and let's just bring this up ever so slightly. Love that you can see him breathing. I know that's just such a nice, it's a nice little quality of life thing, and he blinks as well. You'll notice as well, the adult breathes a lot slower and blinks a lot slower than the juveniles. There we go. He's it's so funny. When will it be playable? Probably not until EA release, unfortunately. Unless you're a Patreon member, then it might come out for you. If it's done when we still have the server up. Because Patreon members will get to see that stuff for a little bit longer. Alright, 2 more. Underscore left 90 tail. Now, my question is, did I do left looking down at it or left looking down at it from this way? So if you're, oh God, it's very framey for some reason. If you're, it is left if you were playing as it, so it would be that way. Gotcha. What if you buy the game early? Yes, so like if you were to get the Patreon access right now, I think it'll come out, or at least stay open, the servers and stuff and the game, for a little bit longer for Patreon members. You should maybe have a chance. Randoms look so cool. I know, Rar. It's so exciting seeing him come to life now. Should be fine. It's a little off though, so let's do that. Tail 8 is going to have some slightly different things going for it. But the rest of them are all blue. rotate this one a little bit more. No. Is it tit? Oh no, it's not. I wish there's a bone there. It's fine. It's going good. It's going good, Rar. We're getting, the tech demo's been going good. I'm getting the Haru hopefully ready for a couple of developers to be able to play. Bugs, we were playing, there were quite a few fatal errors for some reason today. And Aller said that he wasn't having too many, so. I'm not sure what was up with that. But overall, it's going good. Where's the tail? There it is. Duplicate. And then we need the right side, of course. And we just invert the blue part. Grab all these. Edit. Will there be a tutorial? I think we're looking into possibly at some point having like some tutorial screen. At the very least, some little messages to come up to help you, you know, eat, that kind of stuff. Cute, you're hungry. Cute, do Q descent. That stuff. Yes, new computer, Rar. It's a 4070 Ti Super, a Ryzen 9 5900, only 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it runs well. It's fine. And then a new monitor, a new 2K monitor, which is very nice. But yeah, it runs so much. It's so much better. Everything runs smoothly. I can play like Echoes at 140 FPS on Ultra everything when I was getting 60 before on my laptop. I can run the editor. I can open the main map in the editor, which is really cool and really helpful for when I can set up AI and plant spawns. Now I don't have to bug air every couple days. Be like, hey, can you change this? Can you change this? Now it's just I go change it myself. It's done. It might just be this one. Is it this? Yeah, it's just that curve there. Oh, the bones. I'm still curving a little too much. I wonder if these tailbones were slightly offset to begin with. I think that happened on the Akura, so I had to manually go in and adjust things slightly. Just slightly annoying as well. I just realized you weren't calling me Smaug, because there's a Smaug. I thought you were talking to me. There is a Smaugsy. I thought you were being funny calling me Smaugsy or something. That's funny, actually. Please tell me you're actually going to give us EOE on console. We're going to look into it. We're looking into it. It's a very difficult thing to do, porting to console, and console always has some weird requirements and stuff, but it's definitely something we want to try to do, because I know there's a very big player base there. And I did that the wrong way. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, it's slightly different. Funnily enough, I like this one more though. Which one is that? The right? Okay, hold on. go away. Oh, I did the wrong one. Whoops. Left tail. Left. There we go. Now what do they break in here? Anything? Left tail now. Oh, that is the left tail. Oh no. It's because it's all that stuff, yeah. Alright, so if we search yaw, these, grab all these. It should be roughly the same, but not quite. Open a new window. Yes, it needs just a little more up here. This one needs... In fact, that might be it. No, that wasn't it. Go back a little bit. Should be a... Ooh, that's a wee bit of a problem. We'll want this stuff up. There we go. What is the background? I have no idea. It's just default Unreal background. I've never really looked around at it. It's just what Unreal's like, you know what? Let's just put a random office space as our background. And the intern that was doing it was like, why? That's stupid. And they're like, we don't care. It's just a little more curve here. There has to be a better way to mirror stuff, though. I know there is. This tail bit at the end. Oh, I can rotate that. Okay. That'll make a huge difference. Okay, let me go add these. Oops. Let's see how this looks. Until left over here. Okay. So I can see that Prue has a slight bend in its spine already to begin with. I might might just need to manually do it within here. Is that the left tail? Is that really how this thing looks? No. No, it's not. We'll do it in here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I will notice it if it's not, so it does have to be perfect actually. You know who else will notice it? Islander. Alright. How's that one look? Snap, 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 snap. Okay. I didn't see anything. We're not going to look at it again because I think it looks fine. We're going to hope it's fine. Okay, so now if I kind of turn around and stuff, his tail should go with him. It's gonna maybe snap around. Yeah, it's not a whole, I mean, he has a pretty rigid tail anyways, but, and if he goes to the floor, not that one. Okay, so when we're turning left, it goes to the floor, so we need to raise that one a little bit. We also can... I know there's some settings in here somewhere. Maybe not. It's fine. I want to fix that at the very least, though. This one, I guess it's this one because this one looks atrocious on the side. Did I not? Oh, okay, okay, no, I understand now. That's stupid. So be it. Okay, so this is Tail 05. So we do that. We hit save. Key. It raises it. Good. Okay. Progress. And then this one. Really like the Peru design. Farrar's still in here. He's the one who designed it, and it is definitely one of the best designs. Honestly, of any of our dinosaurs. Or species, I should say, because you have... I know, it's not a dinosaur. They'll come after me for that. And then key it. How's this look? I can see differences. I don't like that I can see the differences. I wish this tail was straight from the beginning, but it's not. So it can't be mirrored exactly. Just a little more curve in this one. A little bit less up here. Yes, I think that'll be good. Sometimes I wonder what half the stuff games devs do, and other times I don't get it. Yeah, it's it's a bit of a learning curve sometimes. His left tail still goes down just a little bit. But it's right there. I think it's just, unfortunately, the way the walk is it messed with the tail, because his tail goes all over the place, so it makes it really difficult to get that additive on correctly. Yeah, still too much. What if we... Perfection is what we seek here. Yeah, I think that'll work. I need to hide my screen for a second because I need to see how I set up this rotation. For the tail. If I change that value, what happens? Nothing. Okay, so it's... I didn't think it was that. I bet I have to make a new value. Tail, rotation, multiplier. And if I set this as a default to 1, doesn't affect anything else. But if I go over to the Peru, and I search for tail rotation, I set that to 2. Yes, his tail will now rotate twice as far, which is good because he has a very short turn radius, so it doesn't look like it turns very much. But I want it to. So now if I go and run around, his tail turns just a little bit more. It's a very short turn radius. Oh, not that. Here, what if I set it to 5? Sometimes. Titanoboa will be playable, and dinosaurs will be free when the game is fully out. There will be no page for dinosaurs unless it is part of a DLC or something. I don't actually think that's affecting anything. No pink Hello Kitty skin? No, sorry. Okay, it does help. It's just, it needs to be really high, the value. Probably because, yeah, that turn radius is really, really hard. Did you do the animations or did you just do the physics? I did not do the animations at all, no. Physics, I also didn't do that. It just comes with the animation. I'm setting up, we're using aim offsets for the tail. No physics, because physics is expensive and heavy. If I put in an arbitrarily large number, does that change? What was it? It was 70s and 80s. Oh, that's what that button does. It's still similar. Why though? I don't understand. Unless it's in here. Listen, if we just start multiplying a bunch of numbers, eventually one of them will work, right? No. This is Unreal Engine, are you kidding? Nothing will work unless you do it the way they want. Why that multiplier doesn't work, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should check to see if that actually is a value that's not 1, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't. There will be Megalania. What the heyday? It's just a value of 1. I set it to a value of 1,000. What? I'll set it to a value of 12 on the base, and we'll see what happens. Again, sorry I can't entirely show you guys it. Yeah, so if I said on the base, oh my god. I wish we worked in Unity. I hope I can legally say that, but seriously, this is stupid. Yeah, there'll be sauropods. 3 of them, I think. Botosaurus, Europasaurus, and Ploticus. Like, I just created this value. And I'm never setting it, I'm only getting it. So, why would it ever, and I mean ever, be a value that's different from the one that I set? Unless, I don't know. I don't know. That's really weird. Let me ask somebody, and then I'll open the stream again and then learn a few more things. This little float variable. And I can change the value on the parent class, but if I set it on a child class, it doesn't keep. We'll see what he says. In the meantime, though, we have some more animations to look at. Swimming, and bite. Let's do the swimming first. Prove swim. Oh, not that. Close it out so I don't click on that anymore. Alright, so now we get to look at the fun stats. Water's still going to be connected to the ocean. Yes, I know Air is going to be trying to get as much of that stuff connected as possible. We can remove all of this. Now, the maximum speed of a Purosaurus in the water is 940. I had to double check. Okay, now. Swim idle. Swim idle. Swim idle. Swim idle. Swim idle. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0.8, 0.5, and 0.15. Right, there's your idle, buddy. I like it. Now swim forward. Swim forward. Swim forward. Swim forward. Swim forward. Zero. Okay, so what's... Okay, let's do this. No. Let's do the gross first, because that's easier. 0.5, 0.8, 1. Now, swim speed. 280. 240. 200. 140. And 80. And that's not the fast sprint. It's much faster for this fast sprint. And then we're going to speed these up a little bit. 2.5, 0.25. And now this is... just for a little speed variation when it's swimming. And we'll see how the juvie looks when it swims. Oh, I guess we won't. Never mind. Will the Titanoboa eat the air, or will there be a long animation of it swallowing? I'm not entirely sure yet. And will Spinosaurus gameplay be like more specific, aggressive, PvP focused, or just chilling? Probably aggressive. Quite aggressive, I'd say. Yay, we're sliding. Swim. Ah. Okay. So. Okay. Yes, he pops up. Okay, I thought he might. I'm gonna need to have Ek take the animation and raise it, because yeah, he pops up. He's doing his thing correctly, he just... yeah. He does that. Although, I might be able to do it myself. Hold on. Where's my root? That one. Oh, no, that's an IK thing. Ooh, don't touch that. Root. Let's go up. To 100. It's the green one. 100. What? That's whatever, game. You do what you want. And do the same thing on this. Skeleton root. Grab it. Up to 100. It's like 102. That should be fine. Now key it. I key it. Will the game still be made even if you don't meet the Kickstarter? Yes. Oh, this is going to be new. You can delete your save files now. So if you're kind of done with the dinosaur and you're like, you know what, I'm done. You log out, you can just hit delete. You don't have to go look for a cliff or something. I don't want your car. I did do that, Chica. No, not the car. And a Run to the water. Yeah. It looks smoother, but how smooth? Because I was running. I'd say that's about as smooth as we can get it. How does it look for the adult? Yeah, that'll be fine. Look at that. Look at that range too. That's gonna be beautiful. Can you speak to on the decisions being made behind the types of species being worked on, more specifically the order they be released or created? Sorry. Yes, I'm assuming you're asking what they are. So it's Eocar, Urano, Peru, Tropio, and then it'll be Pachy, Cephalosaurus, Dracovenator, and then Deinocheirus. And then after that will be Enigmasaurus, Utahraptor, Gallimimus, Spinosaurus, maybe Stego? I forget after that. I forget after the first 7. The 2 sharks in the Discord, Credox Rhini is the smaller one, and Megalodon is the bigger one. Megalodon will just be AI though. Look at this guy. Eh. Run! Will there be water physics? Yes. Air was wanted me to get that added, or is there's something I have to add to get that added? Like some character component or something. What will the first ceratopsian be? Oh, that's in that list. Chasmosaurus. I guess what I was asking is there any logic behind the order they're being made? Yes, except for the first 4. Not gonna lie, the first 4 were kind of just like Urano and Eocar we had kind of models for, except for, well, Eocar we sort of had. It was Torvosaurus originally, and we used that as the model originally and switched to Eocar. Uranosaurus we had a model for, so those 2 were kind of like, let's use these just so we can get the base stuff out. Tropio then was chosen because we wanted a decent flyer, but not something too big or small. Peru was chosen so that we had something in the water that was big and sort of the first start of the Apex system and stuff. Get that stuff kind of settled up. The rest of them were based on similar decisions like, okay, what would work mechanic-wise with what we're bringing to the table and with what we want to bring. So like Pachy, for example, that works well because it brings a new mechanic. It'll bring the fracturing and stunning stuff. But it also works well because it's a good herbivore against Eocar. Dracovenator brings out venom, the first bits of venom, so that's a really good choice to have right off the bat. Chasmosaurus, it's a ceratopsian, it'll bring, you know, strafing and sparring, so that's really good to have. And then Deinocheirus is kind of brought because we also want to bring in a couple more apexes as well as along the way. And it'll be a good one to go against Peru. Turning remain this stiff. It's a work in progress at the moment, just because this is the very first little bits of Peru that you're getting to see and work with, so it can easily change. He has some jaw issues, oh well. Speaking of jaw issues, we have one more animation. Create anim montage. The final thing I'm doing for today, the Perusaurus bite. And that involves me going to the Eocar, grabbing its primary attack because I'm lazy. And I can just go, oop. Abilities. Attacks. Paste that on in there. Rename to the Peru underscore primary attack. Enter. Go to the Peru. Give him that ability. Geese are going at it again, I can hear them. Primary. And then, where was I? In here, here. Boop. Swap this to the Peru bite. Socket can remain as 0. Yes. I need to go in here though and add this folder. Keeping things organized. The attack bite, please. Give me this. No, that's not the right sound. And now, okay, let's see. So where does this guy start? Oh, he closes his eyes. That's kind of cool. We'll start the scan here. It right here. It's a very, very quick short window. And do I need to set socket count 1? Yes. And it is the head that I want to use. We'll use these values for now. So we'll do 150 for each. Primary damage, primary bleed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's something I need to do. Okay, there we go. So now if I walk forward, it should. Yeah. I need some tweaks there, but it's fine. Look at him, he's an angry, angry crocodile. Where's that bone transfer? Spine 01. That might be causing some little issues for the Peru, actually. Yeah, it is, because the spine is all the way back there. Okay, so it needs to be like spine 05. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm stupid. I was doing the... There are two sections that you can edit variables in. The animation preview and the details panel. And I was editing in the animation preview for some reason. That's why this multiplier wasn't working. Well, that's proof on why I need to... Yeah, look at that. Now the tail turns. Much better. Hi, -1. Hey, no donating here. Go donate on Kickstarter. I know you always do. Even so, it still feels like it's too much, so... We're gonna keep the multiplier at 1, so I didn't need it anyways. But it's fine. Normally I do this logic on the chat. Okay. You have an example? Chica's helping me out with something. The event isn't going on anymore though, unfortunately. Well, maybe there's still admins on the level adding stuff. I don't know. I forget what it's called, but is there an FPS limit? Because it can go up to 180. Project settings. Okay. I know I can just do it with a console command, but then I have to do it each time. It's not what I wanted. It's fine. Oh my god, Minus. Of course you donated. Thank you. You gotta go do it on the Kickstarter though, so that we can reach our goal. Alright, he has an example for me. Beautiful. Okay, so you guys get to look at something a little special real quick. You ready? The fish is in progress. The little baby fish. Little semiotis. It's in progress. He has teeth! He has little buck teeth! That's funny. So there'll be schools of those little guys around in the river system and stuff. that's what the juvenile Peru will eat as it's growing. Yeah, this looks natural. How big is it? It's only like, ooh, maybe the size of your forearm or so. It's a very small fish, just enough for a Tropiio to swallow. Okay, linked animation layers. I'll have to take a look at that. It can grab an Arano. Where is the Arano? Way over here. Run! You can see my stamina bar goes down very quickly. I'll get you someday. I should look at the... Look at that, 700 newtons, 7,000 kilograms. Yeah, that should be fine. So here's something I can do. I don't get any admin commands on there. Okay, so I need to go Arano. Grow me to this. Slay my other character. Okay, let's go over here. Switch to... Oh, it's dev only. Hold on. I wanna do this in a way. Usually I just do it so I would put the other one as player, but I want to do it so you guys can actually see the Arano getting damage and how much damage it's taking. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Now I have to remember to make this developer only though. Try it out, thanks. Alright, take two. Dinosaur, carnivore, next. Aha, Peru. Dinosaur, Arano, yup. Grow me. You can see me grow up over there. Can't wait. Okay. Hey, buddy. Okay. So, how's this feel to your health? Ooh! That's not good. Did the full 700. Not a whole lot of bleed. Five hits to kill. Oh boy. I like it though. Alright. Well, I've been on for about almost 3 hours now, I'd say. I've got to soon go make dinner. Having delicious chicken Alfredo. If you ever have extra chicken, just make chicken Alfredo. We had chicken last night. We have extra chicken, so it's perfect. Yes, there is new UI that should be in the next build. And was it 3 bytes? I thought it was 5 bytes. Should be 5 bytes. If it was the head, it would have been like 2. It's a very, very tough creator, though. God, he's so ugly as a baby. What does the baby look like? Oh, my camera's stuck in my body. What? Oh, that's not good. How big do I have to be to not be stuck in my body? There we go, 5. Still, you can get close like that, but... God, it's hideous. I think it's broken, though, don't worry. Look at the adult, though. You didn't get to see the anims? Oh, Islander. Well, the juvenile needs some work. Let's go with that. The animations don't really work with it. It has an ugly face. But we have to walk now. Well, walk. There we go. Walk and trot are very similar in speed. And if I run, I did this for now. He has his tail, his head looking and everything. Run the water. Look how quickly my stam goes. You better not be caught up on land without stam. You can see very well underwater. He can swim. He has his idle swim. And of course, the bite. Which I need to change a little bit there. Ignore that. Chica just showed me something I can use. And it's, if you scroll back and stream like 5 minutes or so, 5 shots in a row. It does a lot of damage. But it's a Peru. It does some of the highest, if not the highest, bite damage in the game. Water goes down very quickly, though. I'm already at 77% water, 87% food. You're gonna have to be constantly eating and drinking. Well, not drinking, because if you're swimming, I gotta change that code. You don't gotta eat, or drink. Eating, though. Have some safe fish nearby, or figure out where the hot spots are, because this guy drains food real quick right now. Which is good, because the adult, you know, we don't want a whole lot of adults around. But based on my balance testing and feedback, that could always change, of course. It's about 10 minutes shorter than the EO cars right now, I think. But it requires, you know, 5 times the food, maybe? Not quite. No, not quite. 3 times. 3.5 times the food. Do I recover stamina? I do not, Sue. Did we want it to recover stamina when it's just doing this, or do we want it to recover stamina when it's holding still? I feel like just when it's holding still, but at the same time I can understand why you would want it to be when it's trotting like this. It does lose stamina when it's trotting. Very little. I think it has like... I think you can swim for like half an hour or 40 minutes before your stamina goes out, which basically just means you gotta rest in the water for a little bit or on land, which is a purposeful thing to get them on land or to be exposed for a little bit. But we might have that changed so that it's just you don't actually decay when you're trotting or swimming around. Did you get the water by Ben Gensend? No, this is just default Unreal Engine water. It's funny, we're going from Eokar, who's a full-on bleeder who does takes forever to do combat with, just because it is a bleeder, to Peru, who just does a ton. Water, 80% food. I mean, maybe the food drink. I have to play as it for a while, just to be sure. In theory, it'll be fine, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna head off. Of course, the final thing I'm gonna say is be sure to check out our Patreon, or well, yeah, our Patreon as well, but our Kickstarter especially. If you're kind of on the fence on Patreon or Kickstarter, go with the Kickstarter right now, because we got to get that goal of 50,000 pounds. We're about 35% of the way there. It's an all or nothing on the Kickstarter, so if we don't make it, we don't get anything. If we make it, we get it all. Minus the cuts, of course, but yeah. It's in the description. Be sure to check out our Discord and check out the other videos and streams of other people. But thanks for stopping by.